Mr. DADE BORU, we would like you to introduce yourself, tell us the knowledge that you have for this particular position, the experiences and the qualifications that you have.
Thank you, Honorable Mr. Chairman. My name is DADE BORU. I am married with 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls. 2 have completed university. 1 in Middle Level College doing her diploma in clinical medicine. My last born is in his second year at Kagumo High School. I am born and brought up in Isiolo County. I am a teacher by profession. I started my primary school in Marti Holding Primary School and then proceeded to Isiolo Boys in 1986. The Isiolo Boys I completed my high school in 1989, Isiolo Boys High School. Proceed for a 2-year course in Primary Teachers Education College. I worked, actually immediately I was posted and worked as a teacher from 1992. And then in 1999, I went for higher education and took my first degree, bachelor's degree in education. From 2009 to 2003. In 2005, I was PSC deployed me to high school. And then I went actually to Garbatula High School. That was my first school where I started teaching. And then I moved to Isiolo Boys. During this time, actually, I was the head of department at Garbatula High School, HOD, technical subjects. And at Isiolo Boys, I was HOD. From there, I was also chairman of evaluation committee, where the project which was funded by ADB was successfully completed. In 2009, I went for my second degree, Masters in Education Administration and Planning. 2011, I joined Teachers Politics. Teachers anonymously voted me in as their branch executive secretary. I was a member of County Education Board, where issues of education were being articulated there. We advise about education policies, National Education Board. At the same time, we work with other stakeholders in the county to see the performance of education in Isiolo County. In 2016, I went to Kenya School of Government, where I took a certificate and diploma in senior management course. 2021, I went back to the same college, Kenya School of Government, and took SDLPs. That is, I took a certificate in SLDP. In 2022, I went back to Uma University for 6 months. I've completed a certificate in Arabic. So I've been in this field for so many years. In KNUT, we are playing a very important role of advocacy. We are advocating for our members, fighting for the right of our members. I am in disciplinary committee, where sometimes when the discipline cases involve different stakeholders, for instance, it can be a student, a pupil, a parent, or a teacher, we sort out those issues amicably at that level.
Thank you. Nominee for County Secretary position. We are going to have a round of questions from the members, and I'm going to ask Honorable Kamila Wasame to start us off.
Congratulations, Mr. DADE. The second question. We want to hear Mr. Employment history a bit and how is it relevant to this position?
Thank you, Madam Camila. Actually, I was employed 1st of July 1992 as a primary school teacher. That is the first time I was employed.
Nominee, you are going to address the chair, not the individual.
Okay, sorry, Madam Chairman, sorry. Thank you, Chair, for correction. So, it was back in 1992, that's when I was employed, and I've been holding different dockets because in 1994, I was appointed a deputy teacher. That is where the responsibility started. Then in 2006, I was posted to a high school. There I also became head of department throughout before I joined teachers politics. First, vast experience, I got it when I was in KNUT, because we have been dealing with issues both at national, regional, and at county level. For instance, just like a county secretary, I am the secretary to that team, elected, those teams which have been elected into the office. We have a steering committee, we have branch executive committee. These are 16 members. We have the chairman, treasurer, and the secretary. So I'm the secretary. I'm the one who is discharging most of the duties because I am full-time employee, and usually I take the minute. I'm the one who executes that minute, just like the one of county secretary. So when you look at the role played by county secretary and the secretary of KNUT is playing is the same, because I'm also dealing with the welfare of my members.
Next question.
I think the next question also goes to me. How do you understand it for the position you have applied for?
Okay.
A bit of understanding on that position of county secretary.
Thank you, Madam Chairman.
Basically, talk about the roles.
Roles.
Yeah.
The roles of actually county secretary. County secretary is actually the engine. He plays a major role because he's the one who is linking public service board, executive, and county assembly. And then when you look at in relation to the one that I am doing actually, he organizes the activities of public service with chief officers. He coordinates, he organizes and executes the government policies. He coordinates the activities of public service in the county with various chief officers. County secretary actually is in charge of human resource committee, advisory committee, surcharge committee. He advises the public service board on issues about human resource development in the county. Those are his roles.
Thank you, nominee. The second round of questions is going to be asked by Honorable DADE.
Thank you, DADE BORU, County Secretary. My questions are what motivated you to apply for this position? What experience, relevant experience that you bring in this office? So tell us.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First and foremost, I want to have a vast experience. Where I was only dealing with one section of public servant, that is teachers. This time, this one will actually expose me because there are so many departments which will be under me. Secondly, I want to work for our business. because I'm in charge of all the civil servants in the county, I'll make sure service delivery should reach our people where I am. I will make sure this one actually will also give me an experience and leadership skill will definitely be developed out of that.
So, do you have more questions to ask?
No.
Thank you for that. Mheshimiwa Abu, I'm going to ask the next two questions.
Good morning. Can you tell us some of the values which are in the Constitution that are in tandem with this position you want to hold?
The values, the principles of values actually in Constitution. The first one is the issue about national unity, patriotism. We can talk of sharing, the evolution of power, rule of law, and then we have the second part, which is human dignity, inclusiveness, equity, equality. We have part C of that, which talks about human rights and non-discrimination and protection of marginalized. We also have good governance, issue about good governance, integrity, transparency and accountability, and then we have issues about at least sustainable development.
We have many challenges in this civil service because since the inception of devolution, county had problems with corruption, nepotism. How can you handle this?
Actually, apart from corruption and nepotism, there are so many challenges like understaffing, most likely human resource problem. Where we see critical sectors like health must be fixed. And then there is issue of well-being. Sometimes when you see some sectors are not active, we can lay them off. We have issues of finances, which definitely, finance cannot be enough. These finances can be actually redirected to where there are emergencies. So most of the challenges, the one we can handle it, we will handle it amicably.
What about issues of the cashiers? How will you be going to address it?
The issues of cashiers, actually, we will establish first and foremost the number of cashiers that we have in this county. Then we look at the gaps where there is deficit and which area or which department requires cashiers. Like health requires a lot of cashiers. There are some places when you look at it which does not even require cashiers. So we concentrate in areas which requires these cashiers and lay off some of them.
Good morning, Mr.
Good morning.
Congratulations for the to have come to this. Good morning, Mr. DADE.
Good morning.
Congratulations for being chosen for this position. And now you are coming in front of us for the purpose of suitability. I understand this position is a position that head the county public service, and your main responsibility is supervision and guide to the staffing of the county government. Relating to that, my question is, what step will you take to help the county to achieve its vision and plans?
As actually I will ensure all departments to actually I will make sure all the departments actually to make sure that what CDCs have been approved must be implemented. Then they should also, all departments should factor in a quarterly report, which shows how far they have gone in implementing the project that they have been assigned.
My second question is, just in a follow-up, what will you do to ensure that the officers in the county adhere to the values and principles of which is contained in Article 10 and 232 of the Constitution, which is the principles and values of governance, principles and values of public service?
Maintain high standard of professional ethics. Somebody, when is performing his duty, must do diligently as it is required. Then the issue of use of resource, it must be used efficiently, effectively, and economically use of resource. The meager or resources which are there must be required, must be actually used to place areas where it is required. Then there is the issue of accountability. An officer must be accountable for what he or she is doing. Accountability is there. Then there is the issue of distribution of resources. Resources should also be distributed equally and make sure that it has reached where they are supposed to reach. Then we have issues of communication. Communication should be transparent, it should be accurate, and it should be timely. Then when it comes to issues about promotion, issues about appointment, it should be done fairly. We should look at issue of gender. We should look at issue about people who are divergent ability. We should look at also the minorities. All those should be considered.
Thank you, honorable members. Thank you, the nominee. I think you understand what the county secretary well. And further to the questions that were asked, I would like to add some more on this. Basically, as the county secretary, you are the eye of the government on the ground. You are going to be the secretary to the cabinet. You are going to coordinate most of the government functions across various departments. What can you put in place for seamless operations across these departments to help the government achieve these campaign manifesto?
I think, first and foremost, the issue about information. Information must reach the right people. And then when you give out about maybe there is issue of decision, before you take any decision, the public must be educated. Issues, options, issues about issues must be known, option must be known, solution must also be known. We have the issue of consultation. You must consult these members of the party so that whatever you want to deliver, the promise of the government, you must work with the concept of members of the public. We have involvement, you must involve also these people. Because in that decision-making process, they must audit, you must involve them, and then you collaborate with them. You must collaborate with them, and finally, you must empower them because you discuss with them, they own it. The process should look like it's not yours, it is theirs.
Thank you. Bonadate, have you ever been involved in any community service?
Yeah.
Tell us.
Yeah. You see, we have built a mosque. It's a community service I've participated into, and then there is some charitable activities that we are doing during Ramadan. We contributed some money and assist the poor and needy.
If approved for this position of county secretary, what should we, as the residents of Mission, expect from you?
Definitely they will expect from me. There should be some flow of information between the office of the governor or county and the public. And then there is this issue of consultation, the one I have earlier discussed with you. You must consult them. You must involve them, members of the public. You must also put them on board. You must work with them so that they own the process of decision making.
Thank you.
Mr. Dade, as unionist, what knowledge of union you are bringing to the county? As you know that there is no salary, there is issues with salary increment with the staffs around the county, there is lack of growth. What will you do different from the first and second county secretary?
Thank you, Chair. The main challenge which is here, when I was in KNUT, I was defending the workers. This time I'm on the side of the government. I'm on the side of the government. So there are a lot of challenges, but I have the skills, I can balance. The issue of the strike should not be there, because I know I can balance. Then there is this issue of salary, definitely. When I'm given that opportunity to serve in that position, I will make sure that I will balance between the two, because workers must be motivated for them to perform actually. If we want to see results, our workers must be motivated wherever they are. So that one I will address to the executive and make sure that issue of salaries, that the salary is not there, because I know it is very painful. We will handle it amicably.
I know you as a key player in education, and we all understand the performance of the school in national examination. How can you work with us to improve this situation? Having the experience of teaching, you having the Secretary General as National Union of Teachers, now if you will be approved, how will you opt to improve this situation? The situation of performance, the low performance of national level, our people at national examination.
Thank you, Chairman. First and foremost, the issue of performance is collective responsibility. Most of the time, our people only run at the end of the year when the results are out. You see, you have taken your child to a school when he was in nursery school. You don't even look at the performance of the child. When the child reaches either Form 4 or Class 8, all of a sudden you are told that child has not performed very well. So you see the parent usually do what they are saying. Teachers have done this, they are not doing this. But what I'm assuring you when I'm given this opportunity, all the stakeholders must be involved. These are parents, teachers, students, pupils, other development partner, county government, and see to it how we are going to improve performance. For instance, number one, we have issue of instruction supervision. You see, this is actually some officers move around and make sure and see to it that whether the work is going on in the school or not. This requires resources. Definitely, where education is not devolved, it is under national government. Sometimes we can consult county government and ask them for a few support so that either these officers can be supported so that they go around and do what we call instructional supervision. We have issues of textbooks, and most of our labs don't have even equipment. We can come in and chip in and support them. Then there is issue of scholars. Those bright and easy students, county government should take care of them. You can see most of our best brain here in Isiolo County actually moves to our neighboring county. That is why Isiolo County is not performing well. A child, when he gets 300 and above, all of them go to Meru, either Meru, Nanyuki. That is actually most of our good brain are moving outside this county. Why can't we make sure we improve in our schools and retain this brain here so that the performance of our schools in this county can be seen?
Thank you, Mr. Dade. I know you are you and the kind of job that you have done previously, which is relating to the to education at the level of the secretary, the NAC secretary, which is a governance position. However, county government is as a wider scope of sectors that need your attention in terms of human resources, and also the public, who are also mostly, that office is usually very hot and very busy, and it is really challenging. I know at times the issues of education, which is at the level of the ECD in the county right now, will be confused. The CBC, which is very expensive for the parent, especially in those areas where we represent, like the Cherabson and the others in hard-to-reach areas. The education status is right now very demanding for the parent to be able to cater for. And most of the kids, they learn under a very critical environment, whereby the classes are in a very bad shape, and even the facilities which are required for CBC are not attainable. So my question to you is that how are you going to marry all those challenges in your office, as you are going to, you are anticipating to take up the role, especially the education and many other promises that the governor has said are in the sectors. Definitely you being the head of the public service. So how are you going to make sure that the human resource are doing what they are supposed to do? The issues of the education ECD, which is default to the county government, is being at least is the level of standard that we not entirely rely on the parent, but we supply some of these facilities, especially for the people in rurals who have no much regard for education, because of the environment, and because of most of the parents maybe are illiterate, they are not learned, they are not, they have know that maybe the know-how of the value of education. Right now, the fear is that in our situation, especially those areas, there will be that gap of education where the teachers themselves see requirement. So what are objective in achieving those? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First and foremost, we need to do what we call need assessment in our ECB classes. We look at human resource. We can look at classes, the facilities, and depending on that report, we'll make sure that where there are no classes, classes will be built. Where there are no teachers, teachers will be posted there. And then the issue of CBC, this one is the program which is handled by national government, because they are the ones who are preparing the syllabus. And then we can advise, because already they are reviewing about the CBC. I think we can wait for that report. Task force has already been formed.
Thank you, Mr. Dade. Out of the original documents that you provided, I have not seen your original national identity card.
Yes?
I have not seen your original national identity card. Just to confirm if really that the BORU that you are interrogating.
I'm sorry, I'm very sorry, actually.
You can provide that to the clerks, just for confirmation. And then another question, honorable members?
My question.
Let's be mindful of time.
Time. My question, the county lost a lot of revenue in collection. You go in that market, you find a lot of money there, getting in the pocket of people. Even park, the low collection, collection is very poor. So how will you improve in that collection of revenue if you nominated in this office?
Thank you, Chairman. Actually, we'll make sure that this idea of collecting money using receipts, we can make sure we can put up another system which is cashless. For instance, even in this town, we can set up a CCTV camera in all those places where business is being carried out. And then we actually make sure we computerize our system where you can stand in Soko and pay using a pesa without necessarily being collected. People should collecting this money and putting them into their pockets. For instance, when we talk about the market area around that place, so we do a head counting of all the registered which are coming into the market that day.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. The nominee, as we close this session, we would like to hear the last word from you.
Thank you, Bwana Chairman. First and foremost, let me appreciate, because I have interacted with wonderful people, with other members. I should be very grateful. And Mr. Chair, also I'm aware most of the time what has been implemented or what has been legislated are not implemented by the executive. This time I'm giving you assurance that what you people actually have in this honorable house will make sure it will be implemented in the latter. Thank you very much. God bless you people.
Thank you, and we wish you all the best. We will get our communication